Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic, Volume 9, Episode 11. Today we are solving an arithmetic-based puzzle. It's called Summon. Those sometimes don't agree with me because, as a math major, I deal with letters, not numbers. But we will do our best, and I'm sure they won't tax our mental math too much, but we'll find out the details as we take a look at the rules. In Summon, we enter the given set of digits into the grid so that each digit appears exactly once in each region. So they're giving us this set up at the top saying we have the numbers 1 through 3, and those have to be placed in the grid. And the regions are these bold outlined areas. So this big region here has 1, 2, and 3 in it. This little one has 1, 2, 3 in it. Cells with equal digits cannot touch each other, not even diagonally. So this 3 is insulated, and all 8 cells around it are not a 3. There's a 3 here and a 3 there, and then none of them are touching, not even diagonally. And digits in adjacent cells within a row or column form multi-digit numbers, read from left to right or from top to bottom. Digits without neighbors form single-digit numbers. They're saying this is a 13, this is a 32, this is a 2. And that'll be important because the numbers outside the grid indicate the sum of all such multi-digit and single-digit numbers in the respective row or column. That is to say that in this column, we've got a 2 and a 21, and they add up to 23. I think it's worth noting that the multi-digit numbers could have a region boundary in between them. That wouldn't be intuitive to me necessarily. So we got 3 plus 2 is 5, 1 plus 1 is 2. This is a 32, so it's just 32. Those are the rules of Summon, so it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's Summon puzzle was set by Freddie Hand. Okay, we've got the numbers 1 through 3 to place in all of these, and let's see what looks restrictive. Here we've got a 3-cell region, and here we also have a 3-cell region. Those are going to have to be 3-digit numbers because, well, they're horizontally, since they're all in one row. So this sum and this sum are going to tell us some things about, well, this one in particular is pretty low considering this needs to be one of the numbers that contributes to it. And in fact, this digit can't be higher than a 1, so that is a 1. This digit could be a 1 or a 2, but we've already used up the 1, so that's the 3. So we know I'm going to use coloring to mark those as all digits. This is not a digit because we can't make this a 4-digit number. And then we're going to need, out of these, we need digits that add up, numbers that add up to 6. And that is obviously single-digit numbers only. And we can't fit more than 2 single-digit numbers, and they're both going to have to be 3s to make that work. So that's a 3, and that's a 3. And let's just double check. 123, 126, 129. That's the only way that's going to work. Now this column and this column jump out at me because these numbers at the bottom are small-ish. Certainly, we can't make either of these into 2-digit numbers because in this case, any 2-digit number is higher than 8. And in this case, it would be 30-something, which is too big. So both of these need to be not numbers. And in this region, we need to fit a 1 and a 2 somehow. And the 2 can't come first in this because of that number. So this is 1, 2, and then nothing there. And that brings us to 15. And we are going to need a 1 in one of these two spots. I'm going to mark that in with corner marks, I guess. It's not what I normally would use a corner mark to mean, but I don't anticipate using them a lot here, so I'll probably be okay. Let's look at... This region needs a 1 and a 2 in it, and the 1 can't go in either of those. But that's not much of anything. This 60... Okay, so this 235... We're going to have a 3-digit number here. This certainly can't be a 3. But could it be a 1? If it were a 1, we'd need another 3-digit number here, probably. We could do it with some number of smaller things, but there isn't enough room to have more than one additional 2-digit number. So if this were a 1, we would need to get this to be another 100, and whatever the second digit is going to push this over 3. So I think I have proved to myself this is not a 1, this is a 2. And then 213 or 231, probably 231. But if it's 213, yeah, okay, it can't be 213 because that breaks the 16 clue. So this is 231. This does not have a number in it. This is not a number. In this column, we've got 5 out of 8. So we need either a 1 and a 2 or a 3 somewhere in there. But we were not going to have a 2-digit number. So that's black. And this sees a 1, 2, and a 3. So that is not going to be a digit. In this region, we need to fit a 1, 2, and a 3. Both of these see a 2. So this is the 2. And then we've got a 1 and a 3 in these two. This can't be a 1. That's a 1. That's a 3. 21 in this row is actually done already. So these are all ruled out. I'm just going to mark that off that we've done it. 6. Let's double check the stuff we've done. 12 plus 3 plus 1 is 16. And we already checked that those were all 129. This 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 needs a 1 yet, and it's not going to be here. It's going to be there. So that takes care of our 8. This can't be a number because we have a 3-digit number. So that is black. This column, this could be a 2 yet. I guess we don't know anything about that. This row needs 4 more. I don't see an easy way to tell me which ones, whether it's 2, 2 or 1, 3. Well, it's going to be 2 digits, though. 4 more. And so they have to be these 2 digits. I do know that. And in this region, actually, I know that these 2 are digits because we need to fit a 1, 2, and 3 in that area. We know, let's see, we know one of these is a 2. Let's do this. We need to fit a 1, 2, and a 3 in those 3 spots. 1 sees those. It's a similar situation to these. 1 has to go over here. 2 can't go here because of that one. 2, 3. That gives us... For this 24, we've got 22 already. Can't make this bigger. We have 2 more to fit in one of these 2 spots. Okay, this is next to a 1 and a 2 and a 3, so it's none of those. This region has only 1 cell left and needs a 2 in it. This, let's see, this column... It's probably 30 something. 1 something, probably. Can I prove that? If this were a single 3, then we'd have 4. We'd need to get 30 more, and you can't make a 30. So this is not a single 3. That's 30 something, a 1, and a something. And that something could be 32 and a 1, or 31 and a 2, but it can't be a 2 because of that one. So this is 31 plus 1 is 32 plus 2 is 34. That will have taken care of this clue. 231, 233, 235 means we need a 2 there. And let's see, are there any other regions that are done? This region is almost done. This needs a 1 and a 3 in it, but I can't say which way those go yet. This region is the only other one we haven't colored. It needs 2 more digits. It needs a 2 and a 3. This is not a 2 or a 3 because of adjacency. But these could be anything still. This clue maybe 21, 22. So we need a 2 in one of these. We said that already, but all that's going to do is rule a 2 out of there, which isn't helpful. But we need one of these to be a 3 and one of these to be a 2. How do we finish this? It's got to be this column. 46. That means we're going to need 2 two-digit numbers, doesn't it? But it still could be this 2-digit or this 2-digit. This is something need 2. How do we do that? Am I missing? If this is a digit, it's a 3 because of this 2 here. 13 plus something plus, I don't know, 32. 13 plus 1 plus 32 is what it would be, actually. If this is a 3, then we have a 1 and a 3 to place, and 3 and a 12 isn't nearly enough. A 1 and a 32. So 32 plus 13 is 45, and that's a 1. That actually works. So let's try to disprove the alternative. If this is a digit, then that digit from this clue we know is a 2. So we'd have 1 bringing us to 45 we need to make. This is 20 something. This would also have to be 20 something. And then that would be 22, which is not a possibility because it'd be next to a 2. So that is ruled out. I'm wondering, this is where I would call on you, my viewers, to tell me if there is something more obvious that you see, because that felt a little bit tenuous, that logic. I mean, not that it was wrong. It would just felt like more steps than usually they would make me do. So I think I've proven to myself, though, that that is not a digit. So that's a digit. So let's go back through our logic about what that digit has to be. This, if this is as high as it can get, 13 and 3, that's still only 16. So we need more than 30. So this has got to be a 30 here. This has got to be a 32. 46 minus 32 gives me 14. So we're going to have, and minus 10 gives me 4. These two have to add up to 4. The 2 in this row we know is here now. So that makes this a 3. That makes this a 1. And that means that we have finished this column and we have done all the digits here. And I just realized answer check is not going to like it because I used dark gray, which is a checked color. So I'm going to mark these as the green color instead. And I think, let's double check, everything but these two. So I need a 1 and a 3, and we know which order those go in now. And that is how you solve a summon.